Welcome to this explainer. Look, if you're gearing up for dental school exams, board exams, or a massive clinical assessment right now, I just want you to take a deep breath with me. We know exactly how overwhelming dental prep gets. The pressure is high, the timelines are crazy tight, and the material, well, it's dense enough to give you a stress headache right behind your eyes. But today, we're going to walk through a calm, highly structured way to actually manage that pressure and really retain what you're studying. Let's get into it.
So, let's kick things off with a very real question. Are you currently studying across, say, a dozen random browser tabs? Just picture your setup right now. You're probably bouncing between this scattered, chaotic mess of digital windows, frantically trying to stitch fragmented info together while the clock is ticking down. It's full of friction. Honestly, just the panic of trying to find the right tab again can drain half your focus for the day. And it makes sense, right? Because the sheer volume of material you're dealing with is massive. We're talking heavy PDFs, incredibly dense lecture slides, thick textbooks, and let's be real, a camera roll full of random blurry screenshots and notes scattered everywhere. Whether you're prepping for high-stakes exams like the INBDE, the ADEX, the ORE, or the ADC, this mountain of disorganized material is what you're facing every single day. The problem is, right before exams, this scattered approach becomes incredibly stressful, messy, and honestly, almost impossible to revise from. Just having more information isn't enough to pass. Drowning in unorganized data usually just makes the anxiety worse. What you really need is a clean, reliable way to turn all that heavy material into usable, actual study work. Well, that's exactly where DentAIstudy comes in. DentAIstudy is a dental AI study workspace built from the ground up to bring structure to your revision. It's specifically designed to help you move away from all those scattered materials and guide you straight into active recall and saved study work. It literally brings order to the chaos. And to see that mental shift in action, just listen to Priya Patel, a dental intern. She says, "I used to get lost in dense textbooks right before clinics. Now I use Exam Coach to turn heavy topics into clean OSC flows I can review before seeing a patient." That's the goal, right there. Moving from messy textbooks to organized, high-yield flows actually works. It validates your effort, and more importantly, it saves you crucial time when you need it the most.
So, how does this actually become a reliable system for you? By giving you a core study workflow. Instead of the usual chaos, DentAIstudy gives you 5 really smooth, distinct stages. 1. Generate notes. 2. Ask Exam Coach. 3. Build flashcards. 4. Take quizzes. And 5. Save to library. You can literally take an incredibly dense topic, like a massive operative dentistry PDF, and seamlessly transform it through these exact steps. Let's break them down really quick.
First up is the Notes tool. You just upload your own dental PDFs or lecture materials, and the workspace turns them into much clearer, exam-ready notes. What's really cool about this is how it strips away the absolute fluff from heavy lecture files. It compresses big, chunky paragraphs into focused study points, but, and this is key, it does it without losing the actual clinical meaning you need for the exam.
Next, we've got the Exam Coach. This is your go-to when you need to ask focused dental questions and get structured explanations for your weak topics. So, if you're struggling to grasp the exact clinical difference between reversible and irreversible pulpitis, or you just need an endo-diagnosis flow clarified, Exam Coach is your targeted tool. You get that specific explanation instantly without having to dig through a massive textbook index.
Okay, so what do you do with those notes and explanations once you have them? You turn them into flashcards. You can take your newly generated notes and your weak topics and convert them directly into active recall decks. Building flashcards right inside the same exact workspace allows for way faster review. It guarantees you get that continuous repetition you need to actually master the facts that matter for board exams.
But look, we all know that just memorizing stuff isn't the same as true understanding. Liam, a fourth-year dental student, absolutely hit the nail on the head here. He noted, "Reading notes gave me false confidence. Quiz mode turns any topic into an active test, so I know what I understand versus what I only memorized. That is such a vital pivot. You've got to move from passive reading to active testing. And the quiz tool generates those board-style questions to make sure you're truly ready."
And that brings us to the final step, the study library. This is where you save absolutely everything in one place. Your chats, your notes, your flashcard decks, your generated quizzes, the whole shebang. Just think about the calming effect of having all your hard-earned study work perfectly organized. You can close your laptop at night, wake up the next morning, and pick up exactly where you left off. No lost tabs, no panic, no starting over from scratch.
Now, I want to be incredibly transparent with you here, because trust is everything. DentAIstudy is exactly what it claims to be. It's study support, it's active recall tools, and it's exam revision structure. But, and this is crucial, it is not clinical advice. It's not a pass guarantee, and it's definitely not a replacement for your official textbooks, your teachers, or your clinical supervisors. It's simply a workspace designed to support your effort and reduce your study friction.
So, how do you actually get started? The setup is super straightforward. On the free plan, you can test the waters right away with the exam coach, which gives you a light daily limit to ask those focused questions. But upgrading to the Pro plan unlocks the entire seamless workflow. That's when you get the PDF document uploads for notes, the flashcards, the quizzes, and that highly organized saved study library to keep it all under one roof.
The invitation here is super simple. You can try DentAIstudy completely free with the exam coach right now. Or you can upgrade to Pro whenever you decide you need those PDF notes, flashcards, quizzes, and the safe study workflow. It's just a solid, confident step toward reducing your study friction and finally organizing your revision with zero aggressive pressure.
So I'll leave you with this final thought. Are you ready to close those random tabs and finally take control of your dental revision? It's time to step out of the chaos of scattered documents and step into a modern, structured workspace that actually works the way you do. Thanks for joining me for this explainer. Keep your head down, trust your effort, and best of luck with those exams.